You just got back from Spain.
Yep.
You were there for how long?
It was 17 intense days.
17 intense days, okay.
But it was amazing because what we did we were traveling in a group of 14.
All family.
Our family, and it was amazing. There were my in-laws, there were my niece and nephews, younger. So there was and everybody loved.
So we kind of came in the non-conventional way, right?
Yes.
But this actually happens to be my favorite way to enter this building.
Yes.
Because even though it's a beautiful entrance outside the sort of the portico area, it's beautiful.
And that's the point. And not thinking only about the functionality, but this is the Barcelona Lounge.
Right.
And it's so Barcelona. The main thing is that you have to remember, Barcelona is in the seaside, is in the Mediterranean. It is a little bit more a bohemian place. Mm-hmm. So we have a bar right here, and you have the whole thing of the modernism, the surrealism of Barcelona that you have right here.
Yeah.
So before we were talking about the Catalan art and movement.
Yes. And Catalan modernism.
There is one thing that represents in one piece that the framing of that. It is totally the way that is totally organic. Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't have a perfect square.
Right.
You don't have a perfect angle.
And the tile work. So that Catalan modernism dates back to sort of the turn of the century, from the 18th into the 19th century.
Yes,
Actually, the other way around, the 19th into the 20th century.
Yes.
And it was sort of this artistic movement that was kind of like thumbing their nose at the bourgeois and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
But then the art.
I love the bourgeois.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to the whole movement, there's this guy in Barcelona called Gaudí, okay. Antonio Gaudí, which is he was an architect, and whenever we go there, and we have to go there together.
Okay, you keep saying it.
We're gonna have to go together. Whenever you step there, and then you go to see what they call the Sagrada Familia Cathedral, which is the big.
Is that the cathedral that's still being built?
Yes.
That they've been building for like a century?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
The first time I saw it was in 1988, and I was partying in Europe. Mm-hmm. When I saw it, it brought me tears. It's so powerful. It's so intense, and that was the same time when we got back there. It is so crazy. It is so because nothing is conventional and nothing is square. Everything is organic.
So does this space kind of
yes
feel that's like the ceiling in the cathedral?
The cathedral has glass works that whenever the sun moves, mm-hmm. you have different lights.
Oh,
inside.
because of diffused light.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is great. But there's another place there. There are two other places that also you have that will strike you from the moment you see it. There is another place called Palau de la Música, which is a theater.
Okay.
And it's everything like that, with natural light coming and organic. It's great.
So we're in the Barcelona Lounge.
Yes.
And for someone who hasn't been to Barcelona or doesn't know any of the backstories that you've just explained, this would kind of be lost on them, right? But if you went to Barcelona, you're saying if you go to these places, having been here, you'll think, wait a second.
Yeah, you're going to reconnect.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, you're going to connect it right away.
And similarly, if you've been there and you come here, you're also going to connect it as well. And that's what I love about this particular resort. That the designers, the Imagineers, the architectural team, the interior design team, that they put that much thought mm-hmm. into connecting those dots and to bringing those cultural aspects into the space, including, right? So we have the elements we just talked about, but including the story elements and the artistic elements from a certain movie, a certain short animation called Destino, which I think most people don't know about, but is literally represented where, like, we can see representations of it all around us.
Destino was the partnership with, actually, it was a work of love to bring back Destino and to try to finish it. But it was a partnership of two geniuses and with different backgrounds. And actually, it's also the perfect representation of how much that guy,
That guy being Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
Not Mickey Mouse, but Walt Disney.
Walt Disney was kind of a surrealist. He would love the way that the surrealism art could be expressed. You can see that in Snow White.
And this partnership you're talking about, it was with Walt Disney and Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali was never, he used to go to Barcelona, but he was never from Barcelona. Okay. But Barcelona, in a way, always inspired him.
I love that they also worked in elements here, like of Destino. I know you pointed out the mural of Walt Disney, but then there's of course the mural over here of Dahlia.
Yep.
From Destino, which again, like most people don't know the movie, but they also certainly don't know the character names. But not only is there a mural of the main character here, but there's a lounge upstairs.
Yep.
Named after the main character
from
Destino as well. And these elements that we see, the chandelier, this gorgeous chandelier here, these sort of whimsical columns, these are all elements that are sort of not just tie-ins from that Catalan modernism element, but it's really the surrealism of Destino that's being brought into this space here.
And also the Gothic elements that you find in that area too. Okay, so remember that Barcelona is an old city, ancient city. So you still have it. You can walk there through a whole Gothic quarter, which is amazing. Okay, and you find so you can tell also in the whole building there are Gothic elements that are representing that part. Well, the Gothic is something that you can find all over Spain, but the way that it's expressed in Barcelona, it is powerful. It's powerful.
Let's head upstairs. And we'll take a look at, because some of the styling upstairs is different.
Yep.
Than down here. Now, and you do get the tie-in again from the movie.
Yes.
But you also get some tie-in, if I'm not mistaken, also some sort of Madrid-oriented tie-in up here as well, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And do you feel like you recognize that even more now, having recently been to Spain and to Madrid? And
I will tell you that this part of the lobby here reminds me the warmth
from Madrid.
Yes. Remember, most of Spain is a desert. Think about our southwest, and it's really arid, it's dry. So the warmth that brings it to me. It is, Madrid is a little, as I told you, Madrid is pompous. You have buildings with big statues, and you have the palaces, and Barcelona is much more bohemian. I will not say party, but it's a seaside place, so there's a lot of people that go there to enjoy the beach and something. But Madrid is chic, brings style and brings more.
It's a little elevated, classic, okay. And which is definitely you feel that here as you enter. And maybe that was the purpose of creating this entrance feel, right? This sort of this grand entrance. Sort of more, I don't want to say regal necessarily, but definitely classy. Regal appropriate.
Regal is
and then as you we can wander around a little bit too and check out those elements. But as you then enter and you walk sort of through this passageway, and of course you're supposed to go to your right and check in, of course, but you don't, because you're drawn toward this gorgeous, beautiful chandelier element, right? So then that introduces to this sort of airy, whimsical feel as well. So you get this nice balance
And again, the arcs are you're not using straight lines and no angles, circles.
Even up here, it's not. It's just like it's very natural feeling. It's very organic. It's and also calming.
But one thing that's interesting is that you start to understand, because the Spaniards what they do have is that one thing that is pretty famous about Spain is the siesta. Have you heard about siesta?
The siesta, yeah.
It is because
it's the afternoon.
It's so hot.
Nap period. Take a break. So hot. Have a meal.
It's so hot. It's so hot that they don't like walking, working, and that. No, they close themselves into their homes, and they start to open up things again around 5:30.
Okay.
So, and then you have until late night. So people go out for dining around 9, 10. Oh, I love that.
That's your time. That's your time. Yeah, that's when you come alive.
Yeah. I loved it. So it was great. We enjoy a lot. We went to Barcelona, Madrid. Then from Madrid we rented a car and we went to Segovia, which is.
Tell me about Segovia.
It is a medieval town. It is a town that what happened. It is. They have it was. You have Romans there. You had motors. You have a lot of people. There were wars, but what happened is that one of the first and most important castles in Europe was built there. It's called the Alcazar.
And where is it geographically?
1 hour northwest of Madrid.
Okay.
And it's a little bit higher in terms of altitude, but it was damn hot. It was really hot. And but you have the whole city. It is surrounding that castle. And I will send you the picture. But remember that I sent you the images, the places that we stood.
Yeah, your hotel or was it a hotel? Was it a house?
Apartment.
It was an apartment.
Yeah.
Was it like an Airbnb
yeah,
apartment?
something like that.
So you could see this castle
from
the back door.
Yeah, the back door.
It was like right there.
Yeah.
It looked like a scene, not to go off Disney brand here, but it looked like the scene kind of from Harry Potter, like Hogwarts sitting up on the hill.
And that castle actually was the inspiration of many castles in Europe. And so the whole city, you can see the castle from the whole city. It is a smaller city, and from there you can visit many other places around. So we went to Salamanca, which is another beautiful, stylish city, chic. It's beautiful. And we went to Avila, which is also another city that has a fortress, and you walk around the fortress and the walls and things like that.
These are all within driving distance, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the Dahlia Lounge.
Yep.
The namesake of the main character from Gran Destino. Not Gran Destino, from Destino.
From Destino?
Mm-hmm. And it's like being in the movie.
Yeah.
In terms of we have these elements in the ceiling. We have the chandeliers, the sort of dandelion chandeliers. We have these bells that also look like people. We have the actual pictures, the actual photographs of Salvador Dali and Walt Disney working on it.
And we have
our
sangrias now.
Sangria.
We have our sangrias now.
Excellent. And there's references that I didn't even notice until I had taken a picture. There's a reference at the far end. There's a cutout of Dahlia, which I had been in here so many times and I hadn't even noticed it until I took a picture one day. And then in the background, I saw her face and I was like, oh my gosh, I never realized that was even there. Yep. So it's not a subtle reference, but for me it was a subtle reference. On the pillars, there are these little dandelion elements as well that also sort of match up with the dandelion chandeliers. You can imagine the little dandelions kind of came off of the chandelier and are blowing around, just like from the movie. The space also, not only is it amazing in terms of its design and the reference to the movies, but you have this beautiful view from here as well, both day and night. You can actually see Typhoon Lagoon No, that's Blizzard Beach. Sorry, that's
That's
Blizzard
Blizzard
Beach. Off
Beach.
in the background, off in the distance. You can see Hollywood Studios. We get to see the backplot area that is now Galaxy's Edge. We can see Tower of Terror. If you are out on the balcony and you kind of peek around the corner, you can even see area. You can see part of Epcot, in the Epcot Resort area as well. So this beautiful view here from the 16th floor of Gran Destino Tower.
The beauty of this place or everything here is because it's not because of Spain or not because of the Coronado, and the tower is a symbol of a friendship. Two buddies. They got together the first time in 1945. They try a project that didn't work. It didn't matter. They continued friends. Dahlia used to visit Walt Disney a lot, and Walt Disney was visit him a lot. There are pictures of him in Barcelona.
Just behind you. In the actual Barcelona, there's
You
pictures
know,
of Walt Disney.
in Barcelona with Dahlia. 10 years later, 11 years later, they were there, and they continued being friends until Walt passed away in '66, and Dahlia passed away in '89. Okay, so they were. So this is I think the Gran Destino Tower and Destino is about two buddies. That's them. What a nice way.
To the buddies. It's so good to see you, my buddy.